After years of producing and giving you guys a ton of gems in all of these videos all across the net, I figured I'd come all the way to LA to Splice's studio and give you guys the best resources in one video. I'm talking plugins, I'm talking websites, and if you stay long enough, I'll give you guys a free pack of one-shots that I made from scratch with these two synthesizers. Let's get started. So to kick this off, the first site I want to talk about is called tunes2tube.com. Basically, it's a site that allows you to create YouTube videos with your beats and post them on YouTube directly. Whether you're a producer that's trying to get your beats out there so that way you can sell them on a marketplace like BeatStars, and you just want to put your music out there without having the headache of trying to figure out an editing program, this is perfect for you guys. A lot of people are touching 6 figures just by uploading their beats through that site. These next two sites are going to eliminate Dropbox, I promise you. First one is called Off Top and the second one is called Untitled. They're both websites where you can house your beats. Now, how is this any different than Dropbox? With Off Top, you could actually create specific packs, and whenever you upload loops or beats, it automatically detects the pitch and the BPM, and it's actually pretty accurate. I don't know how many times there's been so many annoying moments where I'll play beats on Dropbox and it'll either take forever to load or it'll be a certain beat that I can't find, whereas Off Top comes in super clutch. Especially last night, I was in the studio with an artist and majority of his songs were between A minor and C minor, so rather than hitting a guessing game, Off Top came super clutch for me because I was able to find the beats that were in that range. It's free until you put like 100 beats in there, then after that it's only like $50 a year, but I think it's super worth it. But if you want the free alternative, Untitled is just as good. It just doesn't have as many features, but it's pretty much identical and it's free. It's just not going to detect the BPM and the pitch, but it got unlimited space though. The next sites that I want to share with you guys are acapella sites, but if you use the new FL Studio 21.2 update, you're not even going to need these. Usually sites like III or Vocal Remover are pretty good, but FL Studio came out with a new update where you can use AI to separate the stems of any song, and it's super clean. And let me show you how to do it. Now all you're going to do is go up here to the left hand corner, right click it, and then click extract stems from sample. It's going to take a little second, but I promise you it's super clean. Now look at it, all these stems are separated.
By whips, different place, different chips. ATL, this shit ludicrous.
Telling you, FL changing the game. And even if you don't use FL, you can download the trial version and just save the acapellas. I hope ImageLine doesn't send me a picture of my house and being like, yo, why did you share that? The next site that I want to share with you guys is called pianobook.uk. It's a site that has a whole bunch of Kontakt libraries that are free. And when I tell you these Kontakt libraries are amazing, oh my gosh, you're going to hear about some instruments that you never heard of. And they sound super good. They're really high quality. They're not no cheap shit. They're actually really good. All you got to do is sign up for the website and you have access to all those libraries. But it's all free, so you don't have to ever spend $1 with them. The next site that I want to share with you guys is called database.ai. Basically, in short, you can take a melody and throw it in there and it'll use AI to manipulate it into a whole different melody, and it warps it and it gives it a new type of texture. It's actually really dope. The last websites that I want to share with you guys are sample websites. The first one is called radio with 5 O's.com, and basically it's a site that gives you a world map with a whole bunch of samples and different time periods of different samples. You could choose anywhere, whether it be Czechoslovakia or even South America, and you could choose a different time period and it'll give you a different sample each and every time. I definitely flipped a couple gems that I found on that site, so definitely check it out. Don't sleep on it. The next website is called samplet.io, and basically it's just crate digging for the internet. The dope thing about this is it's a site where you can use YouTube without being on YouTube. I know a lot of us procrastinate and a lot of us get distracted by watching like some funny videos or whatever, but with this site it's super dope because it randomizes it and you'll find a whole bunch of new YouTube channels on there. All of those are free 99 without the 99. Now before I give you guys what I think is the best part of this video, the plugins as well as the free plugins that you haven't heard of, let me give you a tour of the studio and show you guys what this studio looks like. Alright, is this on? Alright, yeah, VHS camera with it. So this is the Polybrute from Arturia. This is a really dope synthesizer. I ain't gonna lie to you. This looks mad confusing. There's a whole bunch of knobs. I get super overwhelmed. But there's a lot of dope sounds in this so far that I've played with in the past like 2-3 hours. The next one is the Prophet Rev 2. RIP Dave Smith. This is super crazy. I gotta find the sounds in here because I know there's a lot more sounds, but it definitely sounds super good. And the basses, crazy. They got a little couch situation right here. They got these API EQs and compressors and all of this stuff. This is super crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. And then they got this. I've definitely saw this in a couple videos. I've heard of this. I wouldn't mind messing around with this. Maybe next time I'm in here. Now these, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really want to touch them because if I kind of fuck something up, I don't want to pay for it. But I know Arturia made like a VST version of this one. I mean, there's VST versions of all of these, but you know, real analog gear right here. They got the Manly down here. I've heard of this. Now you got the Teletronics right here. Listen, UAD made a plug-in version of this and they're giving it away for free. I don't know if it's still going on by the time this video comes out, but if it is, please go grab it. It sounds super good and you don't need a UAD interface to use it. So I highly recommend. Damn, my damn neck and back hurt. I need to go sit down. This is crazy. I genuinely don't know what these are, so yeah. And they got this tape. They got all this analog gear. This is really crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I've seen this studio in videos and stuff, but yeah, this is super crazy. And then this is my setup right here. It's all I need. Guitar. And then they got like all of that stuff in there, the booth, the drums. I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store with all of this stuff going on. I could probably live here for like days. Okay, I'm gonna talk about VSTs. They're gonna be a mix between instruments as well as effects. So the first plugin that I wanna talk about is called Minimal Audio Cluster Delay. Now, I definitely showed this in a short, which is going super crazy right now. I appreciate you guys for watching. In that short, I emphasized that you could use delay to have a tighter effect, as well as have a little bit more textures within it, as opposed to just using reverb. I ain't gonna lie, folks was killing me in that one. But you know what? I'm standing on it. The next one is a Kontakt bank that not a lot of people are using right now, but it's super incredible. It's super great. It's called Trifecta. It's actually from this company called Software Audio that's ran by my best friend Jacob. He's not really my best friend, but that's the homie though. But that's his name. If you guys watch Travis Scott's Netflix documentary, he actually did the scoring for that whole documentary. And he produced Niagara Falls off of Metro Boomin's latest album, Heroes and Villains. It's a super powerful Kontakt bank and it's made with analog as well as like guitar pedals and stuff. So if you guys want to test it out, there's actually a demo link, so definitely go check that out. But the next one is from the same company and it's called Scorch. But this one's not a Kontakt bank, it's an actual VST. This one's pretty much the same thing, so if you like that analog sound, definitely go check out Scorch. The next one that I want to talk about is from UVI and it's called Synth Anthology 4. It basically got all the analog keyboards in the world. So any one that you can think of, they have it all in that bank. It sounds super good. The next one is the T-Rax plugins. Now that's new on Splice's rent to own, but I don't have that. I actually have and only use like one plugin from them. It's the Classic Clipper. I like this one because it gives you a little bit more detail and control over the clipping as opposed to the fruity soft clip. But don't get it wrong, we love the soft clipper over here. And the last one is called the Wave Sound Shifter. Now, if you don't have this, it's like 30 bucks. You should definitely get it. Hear me and hear me clearly. If you love making vocal samples or you love just making samples in general, I highly recommend you use this because when you shift the sound up and down, I don't know what it is about it, it gives it a different type of sound. None of these are ads. This is just all stuff that I've been using and I really love these because they're not only really good, but they're super convenient and they're either cheap or they're free. Speaking of free, let's talk about free plugins. The first one that I want to put you guys onto is probably a plugin you've never heard of, but it's actually really good. It's called Pneuma Player. It has like a plethora of different like keyboards as well as strings and choirs. The next free one is a perfect alternative to Addictive Drum because Addictive Drums is actually hella expensive, but it's called BDF Player Drummer. Yeah, this one has a lot of high quality drum sounds and it sounds really good. So if you want an Addictive Drums alternative, here you go. The next one is an orchestra plugin that I feel like a lot of people sleep on and it's actually really good. It's called Orchestra by Project Sam. It's a Kontakt bank and it's free. This is what it sounds like. The next one is a really good guitar Kontakt bank and it's from impactsoundworks.com and it's called Shreddage 3. They have a bass guitar one as well as a Stratus guitar one, so definitely go check those out. They're called Precision and Stratus. Now moving on to synths, these next ones are some of the best synths that I could find and that I use till this day. So the first one I want to mention is Xenology. Xenology is really good. They have a free version as well as like a paid version. I think I talked about it before, but it's actually really good. It has a whole bunch of sound. It has a whole bunch of stuff that you could just manipulate and play with, and it's free. They give you a whole bunch of good sound. Now this next one, I don't hear many people talk about it, but I've been using it for some years because it's super incredible. It's called Syntronic 2. It's from ikmultimedia.com and basically it's this VST with a whole bunch of analog keyboards. They have a really good synth analog emulation plugin that's really good and it's free, so definitely go download that one. I'll leave the link down below so that way you can. That's probably one of the very few VSTs that I feel like sound super close to analog. It doesn't sound cheap at all. This sounds really good. The last three are actually like really cheap sounding, but I think they sound really good because they're cheap. They're from Full Bucket and the three synths are called Bucket 1, Mono Fury, and NY. This is what they sound like. I know they sound cheap, but if you throw a little bit of effects on it, that cheapness can actually be turned into something really good sounding. You know the song by Kesha?
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up tonight, I'ma fight.
Benny Blanco uses like super cheap garage sale keyboard to make that, and that's a hit. Sometimes cheap synths have a time and a place. Listen, I can continue going on and on, but I think I'm gonna end the video right here because I feel like I've given you not only a whole bunch of really good plugins, but also some free plugins as well as some paid plugins, so nobody feels left out. None of these are ads. I have nothing to gain from sharing with you guys, and I think that it's cool that I can share with you guys on a platform, in a studio, in a whole different location. If that doesn't motivate anybody, I don't know what will. Everything that I mentioned in these videos will be linked down below in the description, so you guys can go download them immediately right after watching this. As always, don't forget to like and comment down below what else you guys want to see, because I'm making all of these videos. I'm in LA right now. You feel me? It's like great time in life. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap up here, and then I'm gonna go to another session because I'm in LA and I'm working right now. So I will catch you guys next time.